Did you catch the premiere of the new season of Celebrity Apprentice last night? Well, it has a new host, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, this premiere got lower ratings than the last season of Celebrity Apprentice, which was hosted by, Donald Trump. May have heard of him. And the president-elect wasted no time in jamming that thought home on Twitter. Wow, the ratings are in, and Arnold Schwarzenegger got swamped or destroyed.
I think we got it.
For those of you who don't know what swamped means. And why did you waste the chance to say terminated? Anyways, by comparison to the ratings machine, DJT, so much for being a movie star, and that was season 1 compared to season 14 of the original Apprentice. Now compare him to my season 1. But who cares? He supported Kasich and Hillary.
Idiocracy.
Yes, the governor wasted no time in responding, saying, according to these tweets, no, there's nothing more important than the people's work, real Donald Trump. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you'll work for all the American people as aggressively as you worked for your ratings. Boom, mic drop, governor out. And as a comparison, yes, season 1 of The Apprentice, when Donald Trump hosted it, had according to this graphic, 18.5 million viewers, but by season 14, it had only 6.5 million viewers, which only outdid the new season hosted by Arnold Schwarzenegger by 1.6 million people.
Oh, look at the number of people who stopped watching The Apprentice because of Donald Trump. I mean, two can play at that game, right? And I know Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't going to do it because he's not a man-child, unlike Donald Trump. But think about that. Like, if he were, I think the response would be just that. Like, how did you get from 18 million to, what was it, 8 million? 6 million?
6.6.
Oh, 6. Ugh.
Also, any time that you write in a tweet, who cares? If you make a whole tweet about something and then say, but who cares? You care. You made the tweet about it. You obviously care. Another thing, okay, so 15 years ago, the Survivor finale had 52 million views, right? Mm-hmm. Reality TV, when The Apprentice started, when the Celebrity Apprentice started, was huge. It was one of the biggest explosions on television. We were getting to discover stars on American Idol like Carrie Underwood and Kelly Clarkson, and now who won the last season of American Idol? I will pay anyone in this room if you can tell me who won the last season of American Idol.
John Smoltzberg.
That's not the one.
I don't know who won the last season of American Idol, but I know who on this panel was a top 10 finalist on Last Comic Standing.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Anna? When did you find time to do
Anna,
that?
you are so versatile. I love how, and also you're so like
Congrats,
humble
by
not
the
to
way,
plug
Nessa.
yourself. So, God, your Netflix
But
special was amazing.
I'll tell you this.
you.
I was on a reality show and I didn't watch it. And somebody showed me a clip of it the other day. Sorry, NBC. But I never watched it. And just because I remember when I started watching reality television back years ago, and then I was like, oh, my brain cells are dying. Like, this cannot be the way. So I think it was just ridiculous. I don't even understand why we're dignifying this, because this motherfucker is supposed to be tending to our business.
He's our president-elect. Like, he's tweeting insults at the new host of the reality show that he used to host.
While people were getting shot at the Fort Lauderdale airport today.
Yeah,
I want you to think about this. You get a new job as a banker, and as a teller at fucking Chase. Do you think you might be worried about tweeting maybe some of the wrong things, because maybe your boss will read and be like, what is he really doing with his day? He's supposed to be tending to the banking issues.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a new loan officer. It's a pretty good job. But then maybe you should be trying to prove to your boss, who should be the American people, in Donald Trump's case, that you're competent to get the job that you just got. He doesn't care. He doesn't know anything about what he's doing. He thinks it's simple because that's all he's ever had to do with his life.
You just made me think of a point. Sorry, Brett, to interrupt you. But think about how angry, I would hope how angry our audience would be at me, for instance, if I had to take a leave or something and Grace was my fill-in. And one day out of nowhere, I tweet, the audience hates Grace. Grace sucks, but who cares?
First of all, that implies they aren't already saying that. They could be.
That would be the most horrendous thing. That wouldn't even cross my mind, okay? Like, who does that? What kind of person does something like that?
The president of your country.
But I also think that, don't you think that this is just his way of distracting everyone from the incredibly incompetent and like failing policies that he is presenting. So now we're talking about his stupid tweets because you have to, because he's the fucking commander-in-chief. When we should be, and he knows that this will distract most people from examining what he is actually putting forward and his nominations. Like that's, I think really, we can say that he's dumb and that he's childish, and he is, but I think that his staff has told him to sort of lean into that and to play into that because it works really well, sort of a smoke screen for what's really going on.
I don't know, he went pretty quickly into the very important next tweet of his. Anna Wintour came to my office at Trump Tower to ask me to meet with the editors of Condé Nast and Stephen Newhouse, a friend. We'll go this AM, he said. And then there's another thing that Stephen Colbert pointed out on his show. And it was about a whole other tweet, but it happened again here. If we look at the first tweet from the first graphic of this story, it happened at 4:34 a.m. I'm sure it was 7:34 a.m. So 4:34 is the beginning of the sentence. Look at the next one. 4:42, it took him 8 minutes
to finish
to finish the sentence.
That is the best observation of all
Stephen
time.
Colbert. It's amazing. He does it all the time. You did point out someone said his new sign off is DJT?
Yeah, that's the new.
It's
DJT.
great. Because look, and when he does that, it's like he drops the mic.
Yes.
But then he picks it back up. He's like, I'm gonna say so much for being a movie star. And then he leaves it. It's so
That's
ridiculous.
true. A mic drop does not work if you pick it back up again. If you make your point, you're like, just one more thing real quick. DJT in the house. Like.
And then, yeah, it's crazy at the end. He like says, but who cares? He supported Hillary. Yeah, so did most voters. Anyhow.
Can we, this is the last thought. Maybe I'm wrong, but I heard this. Isn't he still the executive producer of the
is,
show
yeah.
that he's bashing
But
now?
I believe
so my shitty show sucks because Arnold Schwarzenegger's hosting it.
I believe that's by like sort of the title. It doesn't actually give him any sort of responsibilities on the show, and he did make a point to make that very clear. But he still wants he still wants his name brand recognition on the Celebrity Apprentice, which is still very. If he hates the show so much, if he's an executive producer, you at some point in time had to have some sort of signing off on Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then you're just gonna drag him. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
What an epic test of an egomaniac.
Exactly.
Pitted between the
Himself.
two conflicting instincts to like prop up your show and tear down your replacement.
Yeah, you want people
what do
to
I love
know.
more?
You wanted to know that they aired, but that it was terrible.
Son of a-
Watch it, but hate it.
I feel like most people would not get away with that kind of behavior, right? And rightfully so. And for some reason, the leader of this country does it and gets away with it, and it's totally fine.
You don't want to sign up for membership?
Wrong.
You're going to love membership. TYTnetwork.com/join.